Golf Channel, in association with the United States Golf Association, is proud to present the 110th U.S. Amateur Championship. As we send it back over to the par 4 11th, this is Richy Werenski for birdie to win his hole. He's taken on Gunner Wiebe, the son of Mark Wiebe, and talk about a break here.
This is what you can see at Chambers Bay. Big slopes.
Oh, what a read.
How about that? Green's rolling at about 11.5 on the Stimpmeter, but of course that's measured at a very flat space, and USGA saying they don't want the greens any faster because of some of the slopes, that they would be very difficult to putt.
How about Werenski? 2 up now over Wiebe with that beautiful read. There is that USGA Gunner Wiebe for bogey over at the par 4 12th now for his 5.
Putting back up the hill, little turn to the right. That's a good 5. Maintained his composure after the poor tee shot.
So Werenski has a par attempt here to win the hole on Gunner. And this would be a 3-up lead for Werenski. Big lead. Let's send it down to Dottie Pepper again.
Thank you, Dan.
See Morgan Hoffman 1 up in his match against Choi, former Walker Cup team players.
Now Werenski.
This looks like 7-iron to me. This ball starting just left of the hole and kind of cutting toward it.
Well, looking for a bounce, and it'll just get on what we think is about the front edge of the green. It's hard to tell on some of these holes. They've actually got white dots in the ground to let the players know where the putting surface begins. So once they are in within the confines of those white dots, they're obviously allowed to mark their ball. And
while we were away at 13, this was the 3rd shot for Gunner Wiebe. 3 down to Richy Werenski.
Little pitch, has to land it on the side of that slope, and wow, that is going to race all the way off the green. How many times do you see a top-notch player miss the green with a chip shot? That's the difficulty around these greens. If you don't think the shot out just right and then execute it as well, you can pay a severe price.
All right, so shot number 4 for Wiebe. Oh,
it's the shots are not easy to play, Dan, because the grass is cut so tightly.
Not out of the hole yet, but needs to hold this putt, obviously. I would think the hole would be conceded. Well, no.
Not yet.
Well, like I say, it's 4 to 5 feet now, putting back uphill. And to win the hole and go 4 up.
This will be his 3rd winning hole in a row, Roger. Werenski, 18-year-old Georgia Tech freshman, trying to take down the son of Mark Wiebe, Gunner Wiebe, and he is on his way with another win.
13th hole, Wiebe 6, Werenski 4.
So 4 up with 5 to play. As Werenski tries to move into the 2nd round.
There's his father, Mark Wiebe, Champions Tour player.
Gunner cannot lose this hole or he would lose the match.
Had a good putt, looking for it to go left. Talking to Mark a little bit last week when we did the telecast of the Tradition, the senior major down in Bend, Oregon, and he said, man, I love watching him play, but it's tough. It really is hard standing on that sideline when you just can't control anything.
Well, it's really tough right now because Werenski can make this and close out Mark's son. We've already seen Kevin Tway, son of Bob Tway, lose today in the 1st round. Gunner Wiebe hanging on by a thread here. So Werenski remains 4 up with 4 to play.
Absolutely.
Back up on the tee.
Great look down at the par 3.
A little tough to look down there now with the sun reflecting off of Puget Sound. The background, it's a pretty bright background.
Doesn't like it like it's going
This
left.
is turning left.
Look out, there's a nasty
There's that
bunker.
bunker. Yep.
Boy, that's Raj with a big lead. You put the ball in the middle of the
Bad
green.
miss. Yeah. When you're 4 up with 4 to go.
This is par at 15. Werenski to win the match on Wiebe.
And this should move to his left.
Yeah. There's the flow of the land again from the high point to the east down toward Puget Sound. Big break there.
Richy Werenski. Roger.
That's from 134. Playing downwind now. Hole cut on 23 paces in the center. I'll land it somewhere near the front.
That was really nicely done.
Yeah, he kept the flight of the ball down.
Yeah, you could tell, Raj. Beautiful short 3/4 backswing, 3/4 finish. Anytime you want to hit the ball low, finish low. Make sure you don't have that big high follow through. That helps you to keep the ball lower.
On a hole which Gunner Wiebe has to win outright, Roger.
Has to win, has 133 yards, and really has to answer that shot. I think he's got to get this ball inside that of Werenski. If he's going to make him think. Werenski's missed a couple of little putts with an opportunity to win the match on each of the last 2 holes. You got to have that kind of creep in his head, don't you, Gary, if you're going to try to get back into this?
No doubt.
Pretty good looking shot here.
Oh, yes. That's inside him. Beautifully done.
Great time for a good shot for Gunner Wiebe, trying to hang on desperately against Richy Werenski. Opening day of match play in the 110th U.S. Amateur Championship. That's a train coming right at you down the track here. Werenski has already missed his birdie attempt, so this is a good chance for Gunner Wiebe to extend the match. At least one more, Roger. Well, that'll make Dad proud. Gunner Wiebe with a clutch birdie at 16 to extend the match to 17 on Richy Werenski, Georgia Tech freshman. Gunner Wiebe has a birdie putt. His opponent has already missed. Roger.
And the par putt is close, but not conceded for Werenski. This putt now from about 18 feet should move to his left, I would think, certainly as it loses speed.
He's drilled it by.
Just too far.
Now the end appears near for Rudolph. And over at 17, Werenski closes out Gunner Wiebe with the par. So we've seen the sons of 2 prominent tour players ousted here. Kevin Tway leaves, and so does Gunner Wiebe in the first round of match play. 2-1, Richy Werenski from Georgia Tech. Moving on. And back to the first hole. Let's go to the latest winner with Roger Maltby.
Thanks, Dan. Congratulations, Rich.
Thank you.
Now, you had 3 chances to close out the match and didn't do it, and with short putts. And then here, did you aim that ball that far left of the hole with the wedge?
Yeah, I figured it was an easier 2-putt than trying to go at that pin and shooting it over the green. So I felt more confident that I could 2-putt and make my par that way and force him to make birdie.
So what's the dynamic? What are you feeling coming down that last hole when you've had a couple of little putts really to finish the match?
I was still pretty confident. You know, he made birdie on the hole before that when I just missed my birdie putt, so I couldn't really do anything about that. And one hole I made bogey. I could have closed it out, but I hit good putts, so I was still confident. And
all right. Well, congratulations. Best of luck to you the rest of the way.
Thank you.
Dan.
Werenski 2-1 winner over Wiebe. In other words, he was the second best player after the 2 days of stroke play as far as scoring goes. Bay. It's been a beautiful opening day of match play along the shores of Washington and Puget Sound. For our entire team here, Gary Koch, Steve Burkowski, Roger Maltby, and Dottie Pepper, I'm Dan Hicks saying so long for now from the 110th U.S. Amateur Championship, where one of these young men will win the most coveted trophy in amateur golf on Sunday. First, it takes 6 grueling match wins to get there.